In the previous video, we set up a Unity project for creating a Neri avatar. Hopefully by this point you have an Avatar 2022 project created in the VRChat Creator Companion with the Neri package installed, and you should have a window that looks like this. You can discard this window by pressing the X. We do not need this. But what we will be doing is going up to the Personify menu button and click Avatar, New. This will bring up a panel where we can select what avatar we want. Right now we only have the Neri avatar, so we're going to be choosing Neri. And you can set a name for the avatar. Once you set a name, go to the preset and set it to whatever preset you like. You can see what these presets look like on the Gumroad page. Here they are. And here's a full body shot of all four of them. I'm going to select the only one that isn't on that page, the Your Character Here Basic, which gives us a nice starting template to work from. Pressing the Save New Avatar button will bring up this window. This is basically where your avatar's instance will be saved. It's a prefab variant for those who know what that is. If you don't know what it is, don't worry, just go ahead and put this into the Assets folder. Press Select Folder. Once the avatar has been created, we can press OK, and it should appear in the Assets folder. If at any point you got lost and you're no longer in the Assets folder, make sure that you have the project view open, that is this folder icon, and then click the Assets button on the left. Your avatar will now appear in your file browser, and you can drag this into the scene. We're going to drag it into the hierarchy on the left, and this will place it in the center of the world. We can hold right click to pan the camera around, and we can press WASD to move in the viewport. With the avatar selected, which you can do by clicking on it either in the scene view or in the hierarchy, there should be a new button on the top left, Edit Avatar. These tool options we can go ahead and dock anywhere we like to get it out of the way. Once you press Edit Avatar though, it won't matter because you get a separate window. This separate window is where you can customize your avatar. So I'm going to go ahead and deselect the model now by clicking out in the middle of nowhere, and we can change all manners of the character. For example, if we want to change the hair, we can click on this dot right at the top, and at the bottom appears a rocker field. We can rock this left and right to change our hairstyle, or get various bits and bobs. If you want multiple things on at once, for example, this angler bulb looks quite nice, and I might like to have another thing on top, like a dorsal fin, then we can enable two at once and see how that looks. You can also access all of these options in the Components menu in the Avatar Editor window. If we go under Head, Top, there it is. Our same controls in a different menu. There are some controls that exist in this menu that do not exist on these 3D baubles, so I encourage you to explore this menu if it's not too intimidating. Once you're happy with the configuration of your avatar, you can press the Bake button. This will optimize the avatar into ideally as few meshes as possible. In this case, it combined it into a single mesh with a single material. If that doesn't mean anything to you, don't worry, it doesn't mean anything to most people. With this created, we can now go to the VRChat SDK and Control Panel. For those who docked it up here with me, it'll just highlight this tab, and hopefully you're logged in from the previous setup video, but if you're not, go ahead and log in now. Once you're logged in, go to the Builder tab. Make sure that your avatar is selected at the very top here. Give it a name. Go ahead and click Capture from Scene to get a nice view of the character. Press Capture. Once you've given it a name and a thumbnail, you can go down here and click this checkbox and click Build and Publish. This will direct you to save the scene that the avatar is in. This doesn't really matter where you put it, just go ahead and name it Scene. Assuming you followed all the steps closely and you're a user rank on VRChat, you should have an upload succeeded. If you don't see this avatar in VRChat immediately, give it a few minutes, restart VRChat, and it should appear in your uploaded avatars section. Now, if you want to do more customization on the character, Edit Avatar menu has a whole bunch of tabs like blend shapes, textures, settings, outfits. All of these various tabs I'm going to be going into detail on in the next videos. The next one is specifically going to be tackling the textures tab.